Parasha Meditation, Parashat Vaetchanan. We moved into the months of Av, and in this month we learned on Rosh Chodesh, those of you who learned with me, that the sense of the months of Av is Shmi'ah, is hearing, is listening. And everything in all the parashot that we read during the months of Av is connected with listening. The whole book of Dvarim that we began in the months of Av is all about listening to Moshe telling over everything that he learned from Hashem and repeating the Torah in his personal way. So this week, Parashat Vaetchanan, the new week, upcoming week, in it we have the Shema Israel. I call it the centerpiece of Jewish prayer. It's so essential. It has everything that we believe in. And so we're going to meditate on that. And first I give a little introduction for you. That Shema is hear. Hearing is deeper than seeing. Hearing is more eternal. It doesn't say, see, O Israel, God is our God, God is one. But hear, because it's something even deeper. The Shema prayer is a verbal mikvah, cleansing every level of our souls. It aligns us to the truth of Hashem's oneness, purifying doubt and temptation to believe there's anything in the world other than HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So Shema, hear or listen. The first letter, Shin, is also the first letter of the, or is also the last letter of the word Esh, which means fire. In general, the letter Shin represents fire. It looks like three flames like that with those three fingers, fire. It's followed by the letter Mem in the Shema, which stands for water, Mayim, which has Mem, Yud, Mem. Mem again, it's forget what it's called, Hanuman or something. It's spelled the same way backwards and forwards. Then the last letter of Shema is the Ayin, which means eye, and it has a shape of the eye. So to truly listen is to visualize the message that we're hearing in our mind's eye. Also, Ayin has the numerical value of 70, which corresponds to the 70 aspects of the Torah, the 70 faces of Torah, the 70 languages of the world. To listen is to integrate the message we hear with all its numerous aspects. So the next word is Yisrael in the Shema Yisrael. And Yisrael can also be understood as meaning straight to God. Yashar El. Yashar means straight. The first letter is a Yud, the smallest, most humble letter. It's the letter that always begins. We begin every word with the letter Yud. Every letter we begin it with Yud. To make a Resh, we stretch it out. To make a Hey, we stretch it out and add another little thing. And so this is the letter that's most hidden, but it's the first letter of the name Yisrael. It's the beginning and the purpose of Hashem's creation plan, because Hashem created the world for the sake of Yisrael, even though our greatness is hidden when we've been in exile and being persecuted. So the next letter, Shin, is like we said, the flames of fire. It gives us the energy to keep going, to keep us going all these 3,000 years and more since we had revelation, and we still want to be Jewish after everything we've been through. The Shin gives us that power, that flame, the fiery energy. And then we get to the Resh, the third letter of Yisrael, which has the shape of the back of the neck, which is of the head. And the Resh is the same word as Rosh, which means the head, because we are meant to be leaders. So with the Resh, we become a leader of the world. Only if we can connect with the Aleph Lamed of God's name, the God, the Kel, the power, which also that we can connect and realize that Hashem is the ultimate power, then we can be the leaders. That's why the Resh is followed by the name of God, Aleph Lamed El, which is the name that denotes power, the Almighty, the powerful. Like notice it's the same word as electricity. And so it's also interesting that Aleph of the name of God, it's the first letter, it signifies the unity, and the Lamed is the tallest letter. God's unity is, it goes up, all reaching upward towards the highest spiritual purpose. Then, so Shema Yisrael Hashem, you get to Hashem Yud Kei Vav Kei, which means is, was, and will be. It's Haya, Hoveh, V'Yihiyeh. Those are the words that means was, is, and will be. They all consist of the same letters of God's eternal name, Yud Kei Vav Kei. Therefore, the best translation for this name, I believe, is the eternal. Yud Kei Vav Kei, the eternal, because each of God's name has a different aspect. So the He of the name is also the letter of birth, the letter of breath, birth, and creativity. Before you speak, you make a He. It's the breath. The Vav is the letter of connection, the binding letter used as a prefix to mean and. Okay. God created and breathed life into all existence and then connected the world to himself with the Vav. Then you have the Yud. The Yud, which represents the beginning, is actually the starting point. That's the first letter of Hashem's name. Yud, He, and Vav, He. That's the essential divine spark that begins everything. That's the beginning of all. Okay, so hold on. And now, just like, okay, so we move to the last word in the Shema Yisrael, Elokim, which is, it's consisted of the first part of the El, which means the power, like electricity. And then, which is interesting because it's the end of the name Yisrael, is the beginning of Elokim. It's connected. Like our end is enveloped in Hashem's beginning. We're connected here. So in any case, Elokim is also the numerical value of the nature, Ha-Teva. This is the power of God. Say the Almighty is the right translation for that word. The one that runs everything, that makes everything happen in the world. Okay. The suffix Elokeinu, nu, is us, our. It's like, it's our God. It's not just an abstract God. We have a relationship with this God. And that's what we say, Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu, our God. Hashem, that same Hashem, that is our God, and is one. There is nothing but the oneness of God. And that oneness, Echad, comes from the word Ach, brother, and the Dalet, which has the numerical value of 4, representing the 4 corners of the earth. So the oneness is the brotherhood that must extend into the 4 corners of the earth. Okay, so ready for the meditation? So sit yourself comfortable in your space, relax, and close your eyes. Breathe deeply and relax even more. Visualize the first word of the Shema with each of its letters, Shin, Mem, and Ayin. Okay. Now, The Shin and the Mem represent the opposite energies of fire and water. Envision the ayin as a vessel that contains, holds together, and unites both the fire of Shin with the water of Mem. Breathe slowly. Inhale while visualizing the letter ayin. Exhale while making a shh sound. Visualize the letter Shin. Let's try that. Inhale and visualize ayin. Exhale, shh, visualizing the Shin. Inhale now again, visualizing again the letter ayin. Exhale while visualizing Mem and making the Mem sound. Let's try that again in one sequence. Inhale, ayin. Exhale, Shin. Inhale, ayin. Exhale, Mem. Break up this word Shema into two, Shem and Ayin. Ayin also means wellspring. Imagine a gushing wellspring that unites all reality. Shema. Hear how the name, the Shem, is connected with the wellspring of Ayin. There are 70 facets of the Torah. The letter Ayin represents these 70 perspectives. God has 70 names to awaken all the sparks of the 70 aspects of the Torah. Envision these 70 sparks flashing out of Hashem's Shem, his name. Okay. The name with an open mem is Hashem, the king of the lower world. Visualize an immense stream of light flowing down from the opening of the letter Mem into the world, spiraling down into your home, then into your room, the room that you're sitting in right now, and finally filling your entire being. Bask in this light that floods you. Okay. Shema means hear. Ayin means eye. Can you hear with your eye? Allow yourself to visualize the message that you hear in your mind's eye. Hear the oneness of Hashem with your eyes. And silently recite the Shema Yisrael by visualizing entering a dark tunnel as you hold a candle. Imagine how the Shema Yisrael emanates light that pushes away all of the darkness. The oneness of the light of Hashem descends and connects to the light below and spreads out to Yerushalayim, and from there to the entire planet, and then to all of the worlds. Break up the word Yisrael into two, Yashar and Le'el, straight to God. As part of the people of Yisrael, you have a straight connection to God. Allow yourself to feel how you're being pulled upward straight towards God. Visualize the four letters of Hashem's name, Yud and He and Vav and He. Can you feel all the love and compassion emanating from this name into your heart? Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem our God. Breathe slowly and relaxed. Inhale Hashem, exhale Elokeinu. Connect with how Hashem is the God of every one of us, of the entire Jewish people, of the whole world. Hashem is our God. We're one with each other and Hashem. Breathe into Echad, one. Our union emanates from His light. Our unity allows us to see and hear while receiving knowledge and love. And as we know, there is a spiritual pilot lit that's also called the Pintele Yid in every Jew that is never extinguished. But the perpetual presence of this pilot light sometimes gets obscured by layers of world impurities that come with exile. True exile, the inability of perceiving Hashem's inherent presence in creation and in our lives. We suffer when we're disconnected from Hashem's oneness, and we don't always understand why. The Shema prayer is the connecting spark that strengthens and causes our hidden pilot light to grow. Every time we say the Shema, the light within us grows stronger, connecting us to the wellspring of Emunah by purifying us with the truth of Hashem's oneness. Okay?